Hey everybody, Domestic Blend here. Once again, we are doing another video on character creation and some of the abilities, animations, and this, that, and the other total feel of the classes. And this one will be on the Priest. This one will be longer than some of the other ones we've done because the Priest has a very long catalog of spells that we're going to go through. On the plus side, there are two priests in the party, so we can knock it out pretty quick and show you a lot of things. Or there will be two priests in the party, rather. So here we go. We're going to go with a dwarf because a good old dwarven priest is near and dear to everybody's hearts, and it just makes total sense that we do it in this video. I'm going to go ahead and hang back on showing you the spells, and we're going to do it all at once, one big fell swoop. Hopefully that makes things a little quicker and a little more tolerable. So we're going to go with dwarf. To show you, they get a bonus 2 to might, -1 to dex, and a +1 to constitution. That's pretty sensible. Boreal dwarves get their hunter's instincts. They gain a +15 accuracy against creatures of the wilder or primordial types. And the mountain dwarf gets hale and hearty, have a bonus to defend against poison and disease attacks. I'm a priest, I don't want to get sick. So that's what I'm going to go with, priest. Now to look at stamina and health, they get 36 plus 12 stamina and health respectively per level. They have a decent deflection at 15, their melee accuracy is average, and their ranged accuracy is low. They are a caster, so they are not really meant to be in the fray. I don't think, from what I've seen of the spells, unless it changes, that we're going to get battle priests like we got in the IE games and the Neverwinter Nights games, for that matter. We are definitely going to only, I think, see caster priests. Of course, I would love to be wrong, because I loved playing that kind of cleric. It was fun. But they start with Holy Radiance. That is a 3 times per rest heal that heals everyone in the party. There's no telegraph or anything for you to click. You just kind of have to be in the center of everybody and pop it. So it's kind of like an aura type thing. And that can go up and down based on your... We're gonna pick a god here in a moment, a deity, and if you don't follow their preferred renown set in the dialogue, this ability will get better, or won't go up as quickly as if you did follow what kind of person they expect you to be. So once again, it's very similar to the paladin in that regard. Interdiction. The priest condemns his or her enemies, inflicting dazed status upon them against their will. That's once per encounter. So you have 3 per rest, once per encounter. And then spells. Priests have access to a variety of support and some offensive-oriented spells. Not very many, but there's a few every level. Every 2 levels, the priest automatically gains access to an additional spells. Initially, their spells can be cast a limited number of times per rest. As priests gain power, their weaker spells eventually shift to per encounter. We are not going to be high, just like with the druid, we're not going to be high enough level to see that. I'm not sure what level that kicks in for level 1 spells, but I would assume by the end of the game, level 1 and 2 spells are probably going to be a per encounter thing, if not level 3. So, athletics, they get a bonus to athletics. I don't know why athletics, it seems odd. But they also get a bonus to lore. That makes sense. So here we go. This is the gods, the deities. This is the god of cycles, of doors, and of life, and death itself. People commonly carve the figure of Bareth in doorways, windows, yada yada yada. However, I don't know. Like, it doesn't really tell you how to play the character, and that's not important in beta. There's not enough not enough conversations to really give you a bonus, and not everything's functioning quite right. I mean, you know, so you don't really need this tooltip as much as I would say with like the ranger or the druid and their animal companion and shape shifting respectively. But eventually, hopefully, they'll have a tooltip to say, hey, these guys prefer honesty, like just have plus honesty or something like that out to the side, or deception, or I think it's dishonesty actually, or cruelty, or benevolence, and things like that. But we're gonna go with this guy for no reason. Oh, actually, hold on. I will go down so you guys can pause it and read this fluff text if you would like, and give you time to click it. And we'll move on. So I'm going to go high might, high intelligence, because we got them AoEs. Make it easier to land those heals. And then we're going to go pretty vanilla for the rest of it, around 10-ish. We don't want to dump anything to 3. I don't know if they'll ever make it so the stats, like perception and resolve, can't be dumped, but I just don't feel like it's right to dump them. I think you definitely, if you don't have decent concentration, you're getting interrupted a lot. So 30 is 30 decent? That's, I don't know. Is 30 interrupt decent? I'm not, once again, I don't know. But we're going to toss the last 2 points into dexterity so we don't graze. Not that it really matters, because all the spells that are offensive are going to get a plus. We're going to go with, they're going to get a plus accuracy bonus anyway. But we'll go through them all, but I'm going to go with this particular one where I'm clicked on now. This is a dwarf with a hammer and a shield, man. It's a priest. But this is what you end up with as options. So we'll go with this guy. Well, that doesn't matter. We will, same mustaches and beards you get with the human, I think it was. And we select face here. This guy looks special. And then we get to change hair. I like that. I like that. But we don't want... We'll get a red-headed dwarf. That's a good red right there for him. And we're off, guys. We are done. There aren't a lot of options for dwarves, so we're going to have 2 of the same portrait. And that'll be alright. It doesn't really matter. So, priest. Here we come. So we're going to go ahead and level up really quick. And I'm just going to pump survival just to get it out of the way. We don't get any new class abilities. I think that all you really get is spells and talents anyway. So here we are. We get these talents. Same thing as every other video. You get all the weapon talents, and then you get hold the line to increase your engagement limit by 1. You get untroubled faith. What this does is reduces the reputation, like it negates negative reputations based on your deity for Holy Radiance. So Holy Radiance will still be okay if you play completely against your deity's type. So you still have that option, and then it is what it is. Empower Interdiction here. This increases the accuracy of the interdiction ability to make it more likely to daze. So that's what we're going to go with here for our little fight that we will have probably here soon. And we are going to keep moving with survival because nothing else matters. And those are the spells. That should be it. Yep.
Yes?
So we're going to move this way, just like we did with the druid, and we're going to come out here and cast. The cool thing is, I've got 2 priests, so I don't have to rest but once. We're going to pull both the priests out, I think. Yes. Here's one, and here's me. So what we're going to do is, we'll start with my character and burn everything he has. Armor of Faith, you've seen me cast in any of the other videos. I cast it. It's a good ability. It increases all your characters within the AoE's damage threshold, so they take less damage from hits. So it's a good one to cast. So Blessing looks very... I mean, I'll see if I can get that cast. See, the Priest has a lot that are combat only. And that's fine because they're all like spells, they're buffs or debuffs or things like that that need to be done in combat anyway. But we can cast some of, I'm going to try and go through all the ones that are free for me to cast. Oh, this is a targetable ability. I can't cast it. Divine Terror, this one, is an AoE. So, having 2 priests doesn't matter because I'm only going to be able to cast enough spells to really make use of the one. I think that was that one. Cast Halt. Halt is a target spell. We've seen it. This is the heal. So we'll move on to this tier. Divine Mark. This is a pretty good one. It lowers their deflection bonus. It's targetable, and I can't cast it right. Can I cast it on one of my... Yes, I can. So we'll go back and do... So, I mean, that's all it really does. Now, or that's all it did there. Let's see if I can cast this one. So it lowers all those saves. So there's that. Move back over to my guy here. What is this? This is a neat one. It freezes targets. I don't know why it's a fireball, but it freezes or does freeze damage to targets, but it also heals stamina to like any of your friendlies. So it's a good one for if you've got a few characters in the melee, you can toss it out to heal their stamina while doing damage to enemies. Whereas most of the magic in the game, if you do something like that to someone that's sitting, and your fighter's sitting in the middle of it, he's going to take damage. Whereas so that spell's a little more versatile in that regard, which is a good thing. And this is, what is this? Instill Doubt. I will let you read it so we can keep moving. But I will just keep casting these. Repulsing Seal's a little different than some of the other ones. I'm going to actually cast it up here. This one, it doesn't, it's a seal. It's like a rune in some games. It sits on the ground until an enemy crosses it. When an enemy crosses it, what does it do again? I think it knocks them, it knocks them down, which is cool. Let's switch and see if there's any I missed on the other priest. I missed the heal, the other heal. I don't know if it looks any different. It doesn't. So now we're moving to the 3rd level spells. Despondent Blows. I mean, this is a good one. Lowers their accuracy and their crit chance. That's a pretty cool animation. I like that. Pillar of Faith. A good old Pillar of Faith spell. And for some reason it's not letting me do that. And when I do it, it switches to the other character automatically. That's funny. Another bug, Obsidian, I would assume. I mean, I know, like, I shouldn't be able to cast these on friendlies. Like, that's fine. But, like, for it to switch targets like that's pretty funny. It might be doing it because I'm clicking on them, I guess. I don't know. But let's see if this heal spell is the same. It is. Same animation, which is fine. You don't need multiple animations for heals. This is Warding Seal. Generates a magical seal. So this one pops the enemies with electricity if they cross it. And I'm sure you could stack 2 and pull. So it has its uses. Then we have This is Radiance. You've seen it cast a few times. I like that spell. And then Interdiction's another one that there's no reason not to cast it because it's a purring counter. And that's that, guys. It's time to rest. Oh, we're too far apart. It's funny how close together is not close enough sometimes in this game. There we go. Alright, let's make sure I didn't miss anything. Wrong dwarf. Nothing that I can cast. I will do what I can to cast as many of these as I can. This is an awesome spell, by the way, and I use it continuously. Your chance to critical hit goes up by 20%. That's huge. So, and it's plus 20%, just to clarify that it's not multiplicative. So, let's move back into this area. This video might be shorter. Actually, hold on. Let's not do that. That was a silly idea. I know I didn't go over a lot of the ones that I haven't clicked on. You haven't been able to read them, so I'll just read them off really quick. Armor of Faith, everyone should know what that does. I did read that one. Blessing, that one, once again, we know what that does. Prayer Against Fear. Now, the Druid gets this same ability, but it's versus, like, poison and something else. I can't remember what it was. But this one, the priest can protect his party and, not purge, but reduce the duration of fear and terror effects on the party, and it is an AoE, so I do believe, yeah, of all allies in the area of effect. And I think it's a big one too, or a medium one at least, so you can kind of protect everybody, and that's pretty awesome. Fear in this game is not like the IE games. It's a debuff. It's like a mental debuff for all the mental stats, so is it perfect? I don't know, but I am going to miss not seeing enemies run all over the place when I cast Fear. But it was a headache when they did it in a dungeon sometimes. So, this is basically a shield spell, but unlike the Druid ones, it doesn't lock them out of doing anything. But it's a pretty solid spell. I'm not sure how this works, but I can't imagine. We're going to try it here in a second, but if it allows the target to move, then I use this all the time. Use it all the time on your fighter. Consecrated Ground. It's a large spell. I think it's one of the bigger AoEs, and it is like a slow heal. Holy Power, I've used it a few times in some of the other videos. It is it can only be used once per encounter. It still costs you a spell, because we have 4 spells, it would put me at 3. But it can only be used once per encounter because of how powerful that is. Plus 5 might, plus 5 resolve. I mean, that's like, I think it's 2% for every might. 2% more damage. That's like a 10% damage buff. That's pretty solid. This is the same thing we had against Fear, but now it's Fear and Terror, but with Prayer Against Fear, but it's against Infirmity, which is Sickened and Weakened. Pardon me. And then we have Suppress Affliction, which hostile effects suspended over 5 seconds. So it basically, if someone's taking poison damage, you can toss that on them, and they won't take a dot for 5 seconds. So if they're near dead, and they only have like 6 seconds left, and you got this on them, they shouldn't take any more damage, or at least not enough to kill them. At which point during that 5 seconds you can toss a light stamina heal on them and take care of them. And now for the 3rd level, Circle of Protection, an oldie but goldie, plus 15 to accuracy, reflex, will, fortitude, and deflection. Some of these spells are just building from a previous one. This is the same. Blessing is the same thing. It's just weaker. Dire Blessing I've gone over. Pillar of Faith does crushing damage and has a knockdown effect in this game, which is awesome. This is the same thing once again, but against Hobbled and Stuck. Maybe they do eventually get one versus Poisoned and whatever, but they seem to get one every level for something else. So the priests are just, I don't even know why you wouldn't want one. They're awesome for keeping your party, keeping status effects off and just offsetting your party. They are really good in this game. Watchful Presence blesses allies with aid of a sympathetic soul, releasing heal over time effect when their stamina drops below 20%. So this is something you can do that when someone's fairly low, but you have to pay attention to someone else. In those situations, you can drop this on one and something else on another, and let them drop to below 20% before you heal them. And you know, I mean, there's just little things like that. That's a neat spell. I don't know if I'll be able to get it into the video today, but I don't know if I don't even know what it looks like, to be honest. I can't remember if I've used it or not, but I just like the way it sounds. I always like those pop this, set it and forget it kind of spells. And randomly, loot popped up on the floor. I bet it's empty. Let's see. Let's be adventurous. Oh, it's an Arbalest. I'll take it. Okay. Who do I want to fire an Arbalest? Well, I'll do it. Forget it. I'll pop it on my dude. How much does the warrior? Oh, his does more. His is... it could be because he's holding it with his might damage. It might be taking that into effect. Let's test that. Sorry to derail, but... this one's just something to 65. Yeah, it actually... that's weird. They're the exact same item, but one does more damage than the other. Odd. Obsidian. Notice. Okay, so moving this priest over next to the other priest, we'll keep them together as to not draw confusion. And I'm going to use my guy to drop the interdiction on them at the beginning here, because I have the bonus. Okay, why are you doing that? Oh, I clicked on that stuff on the ground. Okay, so he's casting that. Oh, whoops. Turn that on, fighter. Oh man, that boar was booking it. Actually, you cast that. This might be bad. No bueno. Let's see if I can wear these two out real quick. And of course, that guy just says, I don't like you, mage. So, we did not see some of these spells that are targetable, and I can't remember which one. Was that Pillar of Faith? Yeah. Let this guy with Pillar of Faith. And move her up here to pay attention to these guys, and I'll stick on the fighter. Yeah, the AI is weird. These guys are like, whatever, you guys fight those guys. We're just gonna chill here. I don't think it needs any health. This is Dire Blessing. This is the one that gives a bonus to critical for all our team. So put it on everyone. And then whatever I cast on this guy's turn, he just threw a fireball. Street Fighter reference, guys. Don't get confused, I didn't actually throw a fireball. Consecrated Ground, this is the big, it's not as big as I thought it was, but this is the big, like, stamina over time spell. That's good. I love that spell effect. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry. Watchful Presence will toss... Oh, that can be tossed on everybody. Makes that even better. Huh. So let's move Oh, let's get the fighter involved. Do I have anything else I can toss? I'm gonna see if I can't keep from drawing these guys, and I'm gonna back out and heal again, and see if I can be a little scummy about this and show you, just to make sure I show you as much as I can. We saw the heals. Oh. Let's try that. The mage is taking damage. Let's pop that on him. Did that work? Oh, I'm clicked on the mage. Awesome. That's exactly what I wanted. And that, see, it's like weird. It clicks on the, I think they're stunned because of that spell I put them on. But I need to heal the mage. See, that's good for buying you time. I've found. Pretty instant. If you get in the situation where you really need to you need a few more seconds to get a heal off, you can pop that and it does this job. Alright, so we'll have her cast Armor of Faith. I'll pop back on me and I'll cast Bless. I just don't have enough damage this fight. You're seeing more of the priest because of it. We'll switch him over. I don't know why I didn't do this earlier, but screw this guy right here. Let's beat him on the mage. This mage just because he's taking so much health damage and he's stunned. So is the fighter there. Alright, so I need to smite this guy somehow. See, this is like weird to have two priests in this party. It just doesn't feel right. But look at all these bonuses. It just doesn't help a mage getting beat on. Let's see what this is like. And now I'm out of spells. And the mage is gonna die. I could have cast mage spells, but I don't really care if I die. Beat on this guy, please. Thank you. Cast that. So I don't have any other spells. Resisted my knockdown. Good on him. Good on him. I don't know why this boar is just... This rogue is just doing awful. Do damage, rogue. Means I can cast this spell to Fridays. And now we can wipe. I show suppress affliction? I don't know if it does it. There's that. And I show him divine mark. And he died right before divine mark went off. So do I have? Oh well. Oh man, that's gonna be hilarious. He gets up and the boar gets up and kills him. Oh, I'd have laughed. So I'll probably have another boar when I do this. But we're gonna step out here and do a quick little resty rest. Because just like Baldur's Gate, I can't rest in town. I'd have to go to the inn. And I'm trying to keep from spoilers. Some people didn't even watch the Gamescom stuff because of spoilers, so I don't want them to feel like they can't watch this, although they probably won't anyway. So, pulled that. Now we're in combat. I can do some shenanigans. Now what was it? We're going to go ahead and cast this. We're going to have the rogue flank. And what was it I was going to cast? I think we cast Blessing. Cast, that one's so beautiful, I want to cast it again. I'll cast it over here. And she's going to run over there to do it. What are you doing? Why do you have to run over there to do that? And now move the rogue in here. Status effects. I don't know. Yeah, I'll worry about the rogue when it's the rogue's turn. Anyway, the barbs of... Oh, okay. That's bad. Oh well, doggy piled. But now you have an idea of what to expect from the priest. Beautiful spells. Like, this is absolutely beautiful. Like, I love this. This is what I expected when they were like, Infinity Engine game in the modern day. Like, that is the kind of thing I expected. I love it. And so basically we have the priest. The priest is very, very priestly. It's very much like the, I mean, it's definitely a support character. That's how it's designed. Whether or not you can make a solid browbeating war cleric or anything like that, I'm not sure. But as the way it looks right now, I don't know if you can. There's not enough. The way buffs work is you're having to do them in battle, so like I don't know how viable it'll be to have a battle cleric off to the side buffing himself up while while everybody's in the thick of it. Like, it just doesn't seem right in this game. Does that mean no one's gonna do it? No, but it just seems weird. So I'll leave you to be the judge on that. I personally don't know if it's gonna work. I hope it does, but we'll see. So I will end on that note, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this and enjoyed what you saw with the priest. And hopefully I think next I'm gonna go ahead and do the arcane classes. I'm gonna save the normal, what I call the mundane classes, the rogue and the warrior. They're gonna be last. So you expect the cipher, the chanter, and then probably what'll be my longest video, which will be the wizard, because they have like double the spells of the druid and the priest. Obviously I won't be able to showcase all of them, but I should be able to showcase a good many, and particularly the ones that I'm going to try and pick up the ones that the mage in the party doesn't have, so that we cover as many as we can. But that's what we're doing next. So I'll probably do the cipher and the chanter first, just because they're going to be quicker videos. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, like I said again, and I will catch you soon.